Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Tea with Richard. Today, as you can see, I'm in my craft area and we're going to be doing a make today. I've actually got lemonade because it's hot weather, so I hope you're looking forward to Tea with Richard today. So, as a reminder, my name's Richard Hornby and you can find the details of all the episodes of Tea with Richard, including our special last night celebrating the work of the NHS, on mallard-days.com/tea. So if you need any more information about what I'm up to, please head there. Also, if you're in County Durham, as I announced yesterday, the COVID-19 support helpline can be found on 0191 649 8893. That's for residents of County Durham only. And if you're not in County Durham and you're elsewhere in the country, there will also be a local number for you. You just might have to look for a bit harder to find it. So, firstly, thank you very much for joining me again. And we're going to head into a shorter version of our regular things to see and do feature today. So, to start with, this is your almost daily reminder now that given the weather is nice, in the evenings you'll be able to see the space station heading over from west to east in the sky. Today's pass is at 7:43 p.m. Tomorrow's just after 8:30. All you need is a clear sky and a south-facing window and you will be able to see this from indoors. You can also see the planet Venus as well, bright in the evening sky, and if you're lucky, the crescent moon just as it sets shortly after sunset. Also today, I want to point out a feature that's going to be on, it'll be accessible for a long period of time, but every hour today, the keepers at Chester Zoo are giving little tours of their enclosures and letting you meet some of the animals. At 10 o'clock this morning, they started by meeting the red pandas. That stream is now viewable if you go over to Chester Zoo's Facebook page. I don't believe you need to actually be a member of Facebook to view these videos. But if you head over to Chester Zoo Facebook page, every hour that today they're posting a new live stream featuring a different sort of animal from their collection. Okay, so we are doing Create and Craft Corner today. And if you remember a few episodes ago, I asked you to collect cardboard, scissors, some paper, some coloured pens and pencils, and some glue. And I suspect you're all wondering what we're going to do with them. Well, what we are going to do is we're going to make one of these, a model tulip. Now, what I'm going to suggest you do is if you like these, you can make an entire row of them and pop them on your windowsill so you can have a nice little floral arrangement during the pandemic. Now, these are really easy to make, and I'm going to make one live on air right now so you can have a go yourself. So, to start with, you'll need a piece of cardboard, and my piece of cardboard is from an old coffee pods box, but any piece of cardboard will do. And if you have some glue, if you have access to glue, what I would suggest doing is taking your A4 paper and sticking it to the back at this stage. If you don't have any glue, you don't need to do that, of course. You could just do it with a front visible. So, how do I make a tulip? Well, you're going to need 2 squares of cardboard, roughly 15 centimetres square like this, but it's not really important to how accurate you are. And the first thing we need to do is on one of our pieces of card, we need to draw near the top a tulip. And how you do this is you draw an extended shape that's like a letter D, but without the top. And then once you've drawn your D, you go from the top corner down to the bottom of the curve. You then go from the top to the line and draw a little point in the middle. So there you have a very, very basic tulip shape. Now, obviously, you're going to have more time than I have in this, so yours will be a lot quicker to do. What you then need to do is draw 2 vertical lines. Now, this will be the structure for your tulip design. Now, obviously, tulips don't have really thick stems, but when you're doing this, your whole tulip is going to be supported by that stem. So really, really make it a little bit thicker than you probably would expect. So once you've done that, we need to draw a box underneath our tulip. Nice rectangle. This is going to be our base. And we also need to draw 2 petals from where our stem hits our base. So a curve up. Did I say petals? I meant leaves. They curve back, and I'm just putting some little leaf markings on there so that you can see a leaf. So there we have a tulip sitting on the box. Doesn't look much yet. What you now have to do is very, very carefully chop out your tulip. And if you're a younger person, or perhaps even an older person who's less good with scissors, you might want to get someone to give you a hand with this. But your next step is to chop out your tulip, and what you'll end up with, if you've done it properly, is a flat tulip like, change camera, like so. So a nice little flat tulip. So that's your first thing to do. The next thing you need to do is using the other piece of cardboard that you have. So with your other piece of cardboard, take your flat tulip and draw round the base of it and only the base of it. So you're going to draw the base, you're going to sketch around the leaves again. Like so. And again, as I say, I'm doing this quickly, so you might get a little bit more time to do this. This will give you something that looks a bit like a set of bunny ears. And once again, when you've got these bunny ears, you'll need to chop them out. As I'm doing here, and you'll end up with this part, which looks exactly like a set of bunny ears. And then what you need to do, and this is the key bit, is to put the 2 bases together, take your scissors and snip through the middle of the bunny ears at the bottom. You need to go halfway, and you need to go through, importantly, both pieces of card. This will give you a little slit in your bunny ears, like so, and a slit in the bottom of your tulip, like so. And what you need to do to make your tulip stand up is to then slot those 2 together, and there you have a little tulip that stands up on its own. So that is your little make for the day. Hopefully you've enjoyed that and found it something to diverse. Obviously, what you can then do once you've made your tulip, I've just sort of sketched some ideas of what colours will be appropriate, but you can take your time, colour in all the components, and obviously if you've got the white paper stuck on the back, you've got to do the back as well. And this will give you one little model tulip. Obviously, one model tulip isn't enough for a flower show, so why not get the whole family involved? Why not each of you make a model tulip? You can line them up on the mantel shelf or in front of the window, so you can see what you've been up to. And if you want to explore a bit also about plants, flowering plants and tulips, there's a lot of information online, and I'll include some in the description about what the plants are and also about the science of plants, because if you have children at home, this can be a learning experience as well. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of something that you can make at home. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to be able to see your creations. So if you want to share your tulips, please do email me a picture of your collection of tulips to tea@mallard-days.com, or visit us online at mallard-days.com/tea, and you'll see all the details there as well. As always, please do remember to subscribe, because the more people subscribe, the more YouTube's algorithm will promote this video and more people will get to see what we're doing and find out what's going on at this time. So, as always, a little bit of reflection time towards the end of the video. And as you noticed, I'm actually stood up today. And one thing, especially for those people who are working from home, that it's important to do is to stand up and move about occasionally, because it's good for your circulation, and also it enables you to make sure that you're not stuck in front of a screen all day. So I really would suggest that, if you can, try and stand up every hour and move around a bit. You don't have to, do exercise, you don't have to do push-ups or anything, but just, bit of movement on the spot, bit of stretching really does help both your physical health and your mental well-being. And at times like this, it's really, really important to promote and encourage positive mental well-being. And one other thing that you can do, of course, is go downstairs, look out of the window, and maybe try and see some wildlife. Right now, you can't see this because I don't have a camera pointing outside today, but there are two blackbirds and a long-tailed tit directly in front of me, wondering what the heck I'm doing, I suspect, because they are all looking at me right now. But go out and look at the wildlife that you can see. So today's reflection is to remember that you need to get up occasionally, stretch and move around. Now, that brings today's show to an end. There will later today, and I said this yesterday that it will be immediately after the video. It's not going to be immediately after. I've had a few problems recording it. It will be today, though. We will have a how to install Skype, the basics session. That'll be a video. It won't be a live stream, but that will be uploaded to YouTube later on today. So keep checking back. And if you're a subscriber to the channel, you'll see when that's released by your emails. And please do join me again tomorrow for more Tea with Richard. Once you've done your creative and craft projects, once you've had your cup of tea, don't forget that it's really important to remember to wash your hands to combat the spread of coronavirus. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.